Hello again, YouTube, and as promised, we starting the series Marriage Negativity. I'm going to have notes on future episodes, but I'm just going to talk on this one. I'm going to break it down for you. I've been married 25 years. I've been separated, but still living in the same house for like 2. This is what people do. People try to swear you to secrecy. And when you allow people to swear you to secrecy, how you gonna help other people not see the truth? That's like if, let's say me being a preacher, let's say when I first got ordained or whatever, I don't even really count that because I was ordained by the Most High and that's all that matters. People told me, well, keep what we talk about and what go on in this house. So if I did that, who else will learn to teach it? I don't tell y'all everything, and I don't try to act like I'm innocent, nor do I try to paint her as like an evil person. Women do what they do. And just because a woman might learn this, learn that, read this, read that, be saved, be unsaved, that don't mean that she won't do the XX things. And that's what y'all got to understand. Don't be getting misled in these churches like marriage can't go wrong. It can. And there's Christian women that be having wing ding in their mouth on the secret all the time. So when it happened to you, don't get mad at God. You say, well, I thought you sent me her. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just realize that what happened to you, that happened to many people before you. The fact of the matter is, I was the rebound guy. It happens. And on my end, I was trying to change how I dealt with women. So being the rebound and trying to change how that's what led to the union. But you should never be the rebound guy. You got to be careful with every woman that been in love before you. This is why guys say, and so you should get a virgin. I know people talk against virginity. I watch a lot of content. They talk against looking for that. Listen, man. It's smarter to seek a virgin than it is to deal with women that starts just because you just want to smash. Here's my thing. How can we take a person seriously that has animal tendencies? Like if I had 2 pit bulls, let's say somebody brought me a pit bull and I already had one, and they don't know each other. But because he's a pit bull, he just gonna sniff, hop on her back, try to hump. We supposed to be human beings. We supposed to be more complex than that. If that's the right word. But maybe more advanced than that. Okay, we'll just say advanced. Than just seeing somebody, they look how you like and you hump. That's called whoremongering. Especially, okay, you pay them to hump them. And then somebody else pays them to hump them. You paid them and you told them, great job. Remember, the word whoremongering is the promotion of whores. Now, I get it. A lot of these women ain't relationship material. That's why I don't try to tell dudes how to do things. Guys don't want to get some. It's natural. So, but the reason why I created this marriage negativity series is because I'm noticing like people is being fake in regards to how most marriages really are. If people was real and true, that divorce rate will be higher than 53%. A lot of guys are trying to stay for the kids. They have a great relationship with their kids. They want to oversee their kids. They already know it been done broke down with her. Some of them is because they don't want to lose their stuff. I'm giving y'all the negative. Do with it what you want. In order for marriage not to be negative, it starts with the woman. And it works its way to the man. The man is up here. The woman's supposed to be under his leadership. If she submits to him the way she's supposed to, and she views him as if he's the Most High, even though he isn't, that's how she serves the Most High when she's married, through her service to her husband. But if you bad mouthing your husband, if you acting like every other dude is better than your husband, over time, you're going to see, like a person like me, I'm going to see it. Like, you could talk all that stuff. I already know you ain't there with God. You need to reconcile to him. It might be too late for you with that husband that you've been disrespecting, denying sex, and acting a fool on for years, but it ain't too late with the Most High. And karma comes. Like, women, they'll dog this dude out that was trying to do everything for him. He just wasn't perfect. And then they'll think that the next guy is going to be what they need. The next guy is going to act like he's what they need, and he's going to be a fool on them. That's why the second divorce rate is so much higher than the first. Because people be trying to be with the second person what they could have been with the first person, and karma just be hitting them all upside the head. That's just how it is, man. That's why you got to understand marriage, and I'm going to help you. I don't believe hardly nobody on here understand marriage more than me. I've seen it all through my own and through other people. To know and understand that that should not be anybody's goal. If it happened, it happened, and good luck to you. But that shouldn't be your goal. If you single, enjoy your single life. Play your video game, go to your comedy shows, eat your food, do what you do. Because some of these women will come in and have you wanting to smack them upside their head, even though you shouldn't. They'll have you wanting to, because you're a man. Like, think about it. Let's say you had a male roommate doing some of the stuff these women do and saying that stuff. Man, y'all be in there throwing them. That's why I fought my roommate in college. He had a big mouth. He talked too much. And then he got to stealing my stuff. Shoot, man, you can't follow up no big mouth with that. I beat the brakes off a dude. Had blood all, I swear to you, I'm not bragging. There's people that was there. It was blood all through the hall and going in the bathroom. Everywhere he walked, it was blood. You would have thought I cut his head off. And all I did was hit him right here, right on top of his lip. And I aimed it too, because he talked too much. Then I'm going to hit him right in his mouth. Knocked his tooth through his lip. Now watch this. I'm going to show you something. Now it's showing who he really is. He's a feminine dude. That's why he was starting stuff like that with people. He tried to sue me. He tried to press charges on me. And so he took it to campus court. So if any of y'all know how campus court work, if they find something, they're going to call the police and they're going to present it to the police and the police going to come get you. They took my side. Because I showed the evidence of how he was stealing my stuff. So they dropped it. They left it alone. This dude was, I don't know what drugs he was on, but he got to stealing. And he was going to the pawn shop. In Mississippi, it was all kind of pawn shop. It still is. He was taking people's stuff to the pawn shop. And then he took my Sega Genesis to the pawn shop. Beat the brakes off of him. He thought he was going to pick me up. Never. Because he was like, I was like maybe 190, like a muscular 190. He was like 330, a combination of fat. He was just a big dude. He was tall too. So he thought he was just going to grab me around the waist, pick me up. Man, I put them legs back. I was doing all kind of stuff to that clown. But he started it. I'm going to show you how it started. It started one day we was all like, it was mostly guys in there with me. And we just watching TV. Everybody cool. Like we used to put our chairs around the TV and guys used to just watch TV. Like, I mean, it was, in the 90s, people knew how to be friends. You know what I mean? We all was in there just watching TV. He got to talking. Man, what all y'all niggas in here for, man? Get out of my room. I said, man, they ain't got to go nowhere. They in here with me. He got to run in his mouth like, man, I'll put you out of here. I said, man, you ain't going to do nothing. Put me out. I wasn't even looking at him. He said, man, as a matter of fact, I don't like you up north ninjas, we'll just say. He said, I don't believe y'all some punks. I don't believe y'all could fight, nothing. I said, yeah, okay. He said, you can believe what you want to believe. He talking, just running his mouth. I said, man, you selling wolf tickets, man. He said, something slick. I said, man, do it. You see I got my back turned. I ain't going to even look at you. Go ahead. I'm going to give you a chance. He ain't do nothing. So it kept escalating. And then he stole my stuff. Because from that day he was talking all that stuff, I really wasn't dealing with him like that. Because I already was kind of not liking him. Because to me, he was like a show-off. He was like a show-off. And so he's trying to front people off, which, you know, us 19th and Hampton do, we ain't like that. We ain't like that little trying to show off and front people off. And it's like, that was my mentality. So it was making me not like him, and we ended up fighting. How does this translate into marriage negativity? Sometimes women will do the things that you never liked. And they'll expect you to love them through it. And then they do things like in marriage, like a lot of guys' wives will do things and say things that you don't like. They'll front you off. They'll try to act like other people better than you. All this going on now, you can't tell me. They'll be congratulating and trusting any other guy. Like I was called King Grifter just yesterday. But yet, you watching grifters on YouTube. See, this is what guys go through when you try to, and it's dangerous to try to stay around a woman who don't like you and don't respect you. You don't know what they gonna do. They'll try to say they respect. No, you don't. Guys be knowing when somebody don't respect them. I've been around a lot of women. I've been around a lot of men. One thing I know is who respects me and who doesn't. It's easy. They give off a certain energy, give off a certain vibe. How can you tell me you respect me, and when I'm around you, I feel the same vibe that I feel around people that previously didn't respect me? This is what guys is going through, man. This what you want? Is this what you want? And some of the women that won't give their husband sex, they'll give it to another man, and many of them have easily. I won't do this, I won't do that, but they easy. All it takes is for a dude they like to get them alone. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna blame you. It's your fault they was sucking his dick. Yeah, I said it. Sometimes I say wing ding, sometimes I say dick. I said it. Put me in hell. It was your fault that they did that. No, They already wanted to do that. And just like how they be nagging, they're only nagging because they don't like you. They don't respect you. They would pick up the socks of a man they like without words. And some of these black women, all you got to do is listen to them on YouTube. They don't like us. They will not act like that with a white dude. You got to realize you got to be careful with women that grew up with white people anyways. This dude that. Tom Brady this. Leonard, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio that. All the white guy this, white guy that. And then you think she gonna respect you? Hell no. She only gonna deal, watch this. As long as she's getting something she wants or likes, she'll cooperate. But deep down in her mind and heart, she already gone. But when you stop giving her what she want and like, that's when you're going to see what's really on the inside of her. When you start having to file bankruptcy, when your credit go bad, when you can't get those new cars, that's when you're going to see how she really feels about you. Because a woman who respects you and loves you, even though relationships stop making them about love, they not going to change. They change because their reasons were wrong. If you were a rebound guy like I was, just a rebound guy. It's a long story. And on my end, I was starting to change spiritually. Even though I was still doing a lot of dirt in these streets, it's like my eyes were starting to open up to some of the things I was doing and some of my ways, and I wanted to change. And so, you know how we get when we want to change, you know what I mean? We get to, doing things a little different. So, this is part one. There's a whole bunch to this, man. I'm gonna lay it all out for you. Dude, it's crazy. We be wanting kids, right? But then the kids be right in the middle. It's like you can't even sleep at night sometimes because you be like, I don't want to leave my kids. I got to make sure they good. Got to make sure they safe. But your freedom, and it just depends on how far she would go, is always in jeopardy with a woman that don't love you, don't like you, don't respect you. So you can try to stay for the kids. You can. But good luck to you. That's why a guy, you got to be careful with relationships, man, especially the next step called marriage. Fighting from day one. Day one. Sometimes we don't see, we see the red flags, but we don't see the red flag because we don't want to believe that they red flags. Women who talk to other guys, let me show you something. I'm going to show you something, and this is universal. When women are comfortable around other men, that's a red flag. You won't end up fighting over them because they're going to always do little weak stuff. Trust me when I tell you. They'll bash you, they'll criticize you, but then another dude, oh, I can't have him waste his money. That's what y'all want? Hey, man, go ahead, man. More power to you. But this is part one. We probably going to do a couple more parts today, but this going to be a series. This going to be like on the lines of Isaiah 4 and 1. You know how many Isaiah 4 and 1 episodes I got? So stay tuned. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.